What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to thank you all for watching. We've had enough of that. We've had enough of that. Okay, Colin Cowherd. So let me go through here. Let me say hello to everybody. Mark Holmes here. We are starting out a little bit early tonight because we actually have New Orleans versus the Jags. We'll play New Orleans during the season. I want to see how their quarterback situation is looking between Jameis Winston and Tyson Hill. I also want to see a little bit of the Jags before we play them next weekend. But before I get any further, Joseph Collin, how are you doing? Let me give a shout-out to you. Joseph, you have this kind of love-hate relationship with me. I kind of like you have this love-hate relationship with the Cowboys. Now, I understand we were trash last year, buddy. We were literally trash last year. But you can't count last year to what this team is right now. I honestly believe that you have to look at this and say this is the tale of two teams. That literally you can't look at this defense and say that it's the same defense that we had. And I will even go back here with Colin Cowherd. And what's interesting to me is what he just literally said. You know, it used to be that, the Cowboys won't win a Super Bowl with Dak Prescott. Alan Williams, yes, I'm live streaming right now. I am on right now as we speak live. The thing that's amazing to me on this is now he's saying the team is too quarterback heavy, that they can only win one way. The only way they can win is by scoring 25 points. And he goes on and says, whenever they score 25 points, they're 8-0. When they don't, they're 0-8. Isn't that what he said? Okay, so you're scoring a lot of points, but your defense is giving up a lot of points as well. In most cases, that's not the case because you have some semblance of YouTube hot garbage this year, Marco. YouTube hot garbage? YouTube hot garbage? Oh, okay. You're live streaming now. Yeah, Alan, I'm early because, like I said, we want to see the New Orleans Saints game. We want to see the Saints versus the Jags. So we're starting out a little bit earlier today and stuff. Christy Marie, how are you doing? Welcome to the ladies. I know that Roland's Reviews in here as well. And let's see, Joseph Collin, are you still here? Joseph, I don't know. I hope you're still here, Joseph, because I really want to understand. I know I missed you when you came to D.C. I apologize. I get to be really, really busy, and I get very, very forgetful. I've been hitting the head. Alicia Morgan, how you doing, Alicia? Welcome, everybody, to the live stream. Houston, not Atlanta. Hello, Mark. What am I doing? Well, okay. So my point being is before he used to say the Dallas Cowboys can't win because Dak Prescott is not a top quarterback, that they are, they're a quarterback away from winning. But now he's flipped the whole script and says, they're too heavy on Dak Prescott. He's not 100%, so they're ass right there. And it's kind of like, wait a minute. You can't have it both ways there, bro. You can't have it both ways where now all of a sudden you're basically saying Dak Prescott is good, and they're the only reason why they're winning is because of Dak, after saying that Dak is trash. And, they pay him $40 million a year. So and now the other part of this is Carson Wentz steps back on the field, first time after having foot surgery. And now, of course, that's the greatest thing since sliced bread. Oh, he's back on the field, and he looks great. Wait a minute. He was back on the field a few weeks ago, and after one practice has fucked up his foot. So how is it? Jason Renfro, we got you covered. So how is this whole thing that, okay, Carson Wentz, there's no problems here with him. Carson Wentz is great. He's back. He didn't miss any snaps. He didn't miss any games. He's ready to go. This is really a crock of crap. I'm just, it literally is a crock of crap. I'm just mystified 100%. I just don't understand. And maybe you guys can help me understand it. Thomas Taylor, what's up, Thomas? Wait a minute. Oh, it's on ESPN. Is it on ESPN tonight? Hold on. Hang on. Hold it. They got so much football on these days, you never know where it's going to be. I may have to put NFL Game Pass on. Is it on? Yep, there it is. They got so much football. I don't know about you guys, but my head has actually been swimming from watching so much football. I'm almost on overload. I'm almost on overload because we've had so much football. Let's see if we turn the volume up. Pump up the volume. Turn up the volume a little bit. Wentz fed a homeless community. Wentz fed a homeless community? Okay. And Dak doesn't do anything in the community? Is that what you're trying to say? Heck, I fed homeless communities, but doesn't mean I should be a starting quarterback in the NFL. Excited for the New Orleans. I am actually excited to see this is scouting. This is looking at teams that you will face in the future. We play the Jags this coming week. My question may be is, will the Cowboys play their starters in this game? You're hearing more and more teams that are saying that they may end up if you're dealing with COVID, please stay from around Dak. Amen on that one, Gene. That's of course, that's the other worry here is now we know that Joseph Hooker, CeeDee Lamb have joined Carlos Watkins, Dan Quinn, and oh my goodness. Oh, damn. You disagree? No, trust me, Tom. You would never, ever want me to start at quarterback. No, nope. Maybe defensive line back in my younger days and stuff for a play or two, but never quarterback. Cut Ben DiNucci now. Well, here's the thing that's interesting. Since I'm watching this game, I think the Saints will still be a good team. I don't know that they'll be a great team. They've been kind of up in that peak for a while, and now it seems like it's time for them to start coming back down to earth. They won their division last year. They actually had a better record than Tampa Bay, but fell short of the Super Bowl. But getting rid of Drew Brees, Jameis Winston can throw touchdown passes, but he does throw a lot of interceptions. Tyson Hill, I think, is more of a gadget quarterback, and I'm not sure that he's going to be the one. And, of course, Toby in here, hating as always, injury prone. Here we go about Ben. Well, okay, so because we have 4 players, here's maybe the good news at least. What's up, Jessica? How you doing, Jessica? Here may be the good news about having COVID, and there's no good thing about having COVID, is the fact that, let me say this, that having those 4 players on the COVID protocol means they don't count on your roster until they come back, which means it gives the Cowboys a little bit more time before cutting people. So by 4 o'clock tomorrow, they only have to cut 1 person. So if somebody else happens to go on the COVID list before 4 o'clock tomorrow, then they won't have to cut anybody just yet. Did I say Daryl Brown, forgive me. Here's what you got to understand. Somebody did that to me earlier today because they said Joseph Hooker. And of course, I'm thinking about fighting Joe Hooker from the Civil War. Or Joseph. I was actually looking for Joseph Collin, who was in here in the chat, who has this love-hate relationship with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys, as well as me as well. So he was in here. So Joseph was on my mind. And for some reason, I always say that. It's kind of like Brent Urban. Sometimes you'll hear me say Keith Urban because I keep thinking of the country music star. So understand, I am 2019, 2020, 21. Okay, don't forget, y'all blame Cowboys versus Eagles practice squad in 2018 and his hurt shoulder. Okay, And all right, Toby. You know what, Toby? You're right. I'm just going. I don't know why you need to come out and tell everybody the same thing. That the bottom line is the Cowboys suck. They'll never win anything. They're the worst thing in the world, and that's how you feel. Great, Toby. Great. Why don't you go on your other channel and hate on me some more, do some more videos about me, and just tell me how much I'm stupid? Okay? All right? We get it. You don't like the Cowboys. You hate Dak Prescott. You think that we're ass. Then why be a fan? Why not go to another team? Why do you have to continuously, if you truly feel this way, why do you continuously put yourself through this? Why? I wouldn't waste my life on something I feel that is totally never going to change, that is completely hopeless. Because life is too short. Life is too precious. And I don't want to waste my time like that. You doing too? You do you. Right now, Carolina Cowboy. Yeah. Carolina Cowboy, you see what a linebacker is right there, right? You see Demario Davis there, right? Demario Davis was right there. Right there, guys. Right there in my set. And I said, go get that guy. When he was a free agent from the Jets, I was like, seriously, go get that guy. Literally. And people said, no, we don't need him. And we drafted Van Der Esch. Demario Davis in that time and being in New Orleans, I believe 2 Pro Bowls, I believe close to 400 tackles and about 16 sacks, and is a true leader of the defense. You want to see what a linebacker is supposed to be? That guy, Demario Davis, is what you want from your linebacker. I'm telling you, he is an absolute positive beast. The dollar bill. The Eagles will win the division. Ooh, okay. Micah could be a Carolina Cowboy. If we got, oh my God, I tell you what, you actually have to be excited about Micah Parsons. And this is here's where I don't understand why. I will no longer address the haters, okay, tonight, because you know what, I'm just gonna say,
bye, Felicia.
Because you know what, I got 157 fans in here, or excuse me, 156 fans in here, and then I've got a couple of haters. I don't need to waste my time on people that just say the same stupid shit over and over again. I need to go ahead and take care of people like Little Steppa, like Jessica. What's up, Jessica? Like Robert, and Thomas. Let me go ahead and enjoy my time with them because life is too short. Micah Parsons is one of the reasons why you actually have to look at the Cowboys organization and say, damn, they actually did something right. Maybe it was by accident because he fell there in the same way CeeDee Lamb. However you got him, that guy is going to be a player. That guy is going to be a beast. In the same way CeeDee Lamb is already playing like an absolute beast. And so when you listen to Colin Cowherd, when he was sitting there going on about, the Cowboys, their team is terrible and the rookies aren't going to do anything. Take a look at what we got from our rookie class in 2016. Zeke Elliott and Dak Prescott. Those rookies made the difference on that team. If Micah Parsons is 80% as good as what we've seen in preseason, that's a 20% improvement on what we got from linebackers last year. If guys like OC are better than Tyrone Crawford, if Randy Gregory is better than Aldon Smith, if Joseph Hooker is better than Xavier Woods, and I believe the case of all of those, I believe all of those guys are going to be better than the people that were here before. This defense has nowhere to go but up. And at least, this is all I say, To the people out here that are saying that the Cowboys, they suck. Same old Cowboys, they're shit. Get rid of this guy. How do you know? At least let them have their first game or two before you try and kill the guys. Seriously. At least let them get on the damn field and play a real game. You literally are going by preseason of Ben DiNucci throwing 3 interceptions, and you're saying, well, the Cowboys, they suck. Okay, look, you had 2 guys lose the game for you. Garrett Gilbert and Ben DiNucci. You look at the other phases of the game, you look at the defense. Excuse me, Toby. I'm sorry my dyslexia bothers you. Malik Hooker. Motherfucker. God. Excuse me. I will make that mistake, guys. All right? Calder's daughter is dating Trey Lance is beautiful. Well, Toby, for some reason, you like to come in here. You know what? Bye, Felicia.
Bye, Felicia.
I ain't wasting any more time on that motherfucker. And go ahead and make another video about it. Go ahead and make another video. I'm sure you'll make one saying how I got banned again. We're going to be eating good, Mark. He's just jealous. It's just like, I get it. You need to be critical of people. If somebody screws up, you need to go ahead and be critical. I understand that. But, damn, nice pass by Jameis Winston on the first one. But to be constantly, every single day, every single comment, just to be just hateful, evil, and I just don't understand why you waste your time. I just don't understand it. Preseason doesn't mean anything. I 100 agree. I mean, seriously. Now, if we had played like the Eagles did against New England, yeah, I'd be like, holy shit, because they had no life whatsoever. New coach, okay? You got a quarterback who couldn't play because, literally he got stomach cramps before the game, even though he was dancing around on the field and had to go to the hospital, okay? I'm still trying to understand that one. And they proceed to go out and lose 35-0. Then I might say preseason might mean a little bit. They were the only team not to score any points this past week in preseason. And I think literally, Noah Brown had more receiving yards than the Eagles did combined in that game. Then I might start worrying. All teams should have a quality backup. 17-game season. Need a quality. Okay, Philly D. What's up, Philly D? How you doing? Do you think that Joe Flacco is a quality backup after what you saw? Or is it Jalen Hurts is the quality backup? I mean, Joe Flacco is in the same category as Andy Dalton. Wouldn't you say? Colin Cowherd says, the Cowboys should trade for Nick Foles. But, of course, the internet would break if Jerry Jones did that. You would hope that the Cowboys did something like that because you would love for the internet to break. You would, Colin Cowherd. That's what you would love to have happen. For him to go through and say, we got Troy Aikman and Gil Brandt and Adam Schefter say, there must be something to it if all three of them say something. Okay, Colin. If you say so, bro. If you say so. What's up, Mark? Have I missed anything game-wise? Right now, New Orleans is actually – Jameis Winston is actually throwing dimes here. Like Danny Dimes wish he could. But, again, they are playing against Jags, and the Jags aren't exactly the best of teams. But right now, they're looking good. They are looking really good. First down on the 43-yard line. Winston back, throwing deep, going for it all. That's pass interference. Pass interference, and he caught it. Shit, guys. Jameis Winston just launched the ball They were on the 43-yard line, threw it into the end zone in double coverage and traffic. He got interfered with and still caught it. Jameis Winston might end up being the player here, guys. Jameis Winston may be sitting behind Drew Brees, may be somebody to worry about here. Holy moly. Hurts is a starter. Well, he is until he's not. He is until he's not. I mean, let's say hypothetically, Hurts comes out and starts hurting the Eagles. How long does he stay the starter? He's only got 5 starts to his game. If he comes out and plays like ass for the first 5 games, do you keep him your starter? Do you say we're just going to let him get his lumps? I'm just asking for a friend. I'm just asking for a friend. Jameis Winston, boy, he looked good there, guys. Oh, my goodness. Now, I know this is preseason, but we're talking about, Jameis Winston, 30 for 30 TD passes along with 30 interceptions. If he can cut down on the interceptions, guys, he's an NFL quarterback. One that could actually be a very good one if he's not throwing interceptions. Dante says, I do not want any Dak haters, but see, here's what you know. You know how haters are.
Like real hate, man, that's like an art form, man. It's like you like a born a hater, like myself, man. A lot of cats think they hate, but man, I'm mad, I'm mad at everything, man. Brother got a nice car, man. Why you got a car, man? I only got one car. Why you got
Zeppelin Van, that catch was amazing.
Man, that's played out, man. I hate on it till he's totally broke. It ain't got nothing like me, you know what I'm saying? Cause
Rodney Petaway. What's up, Rodney? Rodney Petaway, we got you added. Jameis Winston on that drive was 4 for 4, 66 yards, and a TD. They only rushed for 6 yards on 2 carries on that drive. That, my friends, was scary. That was a quick drive. That was precision passing. They did some nice outs. Winston got his, and that's right. He also got his vision corrected. So you may be seeing a new Jameis Winston here. Sad thing, after the Seagulls took a 35-0 beat down by New England, Jason, you saw the comments right there. They're already saying, they didn't want to show anything against the Patriots after practicing against them all week. That this was basically, I guess this is rock, paper, scissors all over again. It's rock, paper, scissors, right? Rock, paper, scissors? Okay. Mark, when we play our starters and they trying to score, we scored at will, and our defense starters were stopping the Texans on 3rd down. Our defense played lights out, with the exception of that first drive that they got the ball on the 21-yard line, where they literally went out there, unexpectedly, thinking that the offense would have the ball at least for a few plays. The defense came along really well. And you could see the defense was trying a lot of different things. We got a New Orleans fan in the house. Jameis has a top 10 talent. He just makes boneheaded plays. You're right about that. Now, see, this is the difference of what Colin Cowherd was basically saying, that, the only way the Cowboys could win are in shootouts. It's like, yeah, because our defense could never stop anybody. By definition, if you have to outscore the other team by a lot of points, it's because your defense isn't stopping them. New Orleans has a really good defense, and we'll see what they do right in here. And again, I see my man DeMario Davis out there. Now, I want you to watch 56. You see this guy play downhill. When he tackles a guy, he doesn't hold on for dear life. When he tackles a guy, here's what I want you to also notice on this. You notice how you got 4 guys around there with the ball carrier, okay? When they come together, so there's no chance for that guy to slip out. You may break a tackle or two, but you're going to have everybody there cleaning up. We did not see that with our defense last year. That is a great defensive front that New Orleans has. Look at that. Boom. You see there, Demario Davis. Boom. You see that, right? Demario Davis is a beast. Mark 5. Mark 5. You're not like the Shopsmith Mark 5, are you? My dad has a Mark 2 and a Mark 5. I know they're up to Mark 7 now. He doesn't have one of those, but those Shopsmith machines are cool. I am so sick of people that are literally losing their minds about a preseason game, whether we won or lost. Guys, we didn't play Dak. We didn't play Zeke. You didn't play DeMarcus Lawrence. You played Ben DiNucci for half. What the hell do you expect? Look at that. And DeMario was right there to help clean him up. You see the fire on that defense? You see the passion of those guys? Ain't nobody out there doing a swipe. Look, we're doing our job. And these guys are flying around. Look at this. Boom. DeMario got his guy, and he's working his way up. Look at that. That's defense right there, guys. You played Ben DiNucci for half a football. Do you really think you're going to win a football game when you play Ben DiNucci for half? 3 picks, dude, including a pick 6. It's a practice game, man, not a real game. Listen, we talking about a practice game, not a real game now. We talking about a practice game.
I mean, listen, we talking about.
And in that game, I want you to understand that the Cowboys, they took their offensive line. You only played Tyron Smith, I think, 14 plays. La'el Collins played like 16. Zach Martin played, I think about 17 plays as well, right? You played Terrence Steele 53 plays, half of them on the left, half of them on the right. You played Connor Williams at center, okay? Connor Williams at center. You had Brandon Knight play the second most snaps on the team. You're not playing your full team that you're trying to win a game with. They experimented with the offensive line. They experimented with Tony Pollard and Dottle, okay? It wasn't like they were trying to win the game, dude. Come on, man. Stop getting upset about a preseason game. If we go out and we start at 0-3, by all means, kill the Cowboys. Be pissed off. Be mad. Be angry. Burn the place down. But not over preseason, man. Come on. Guys, we're talking about a practice game. Name 5 players in Mississippi State today and don't Google. Our defense have been the most impressive this year so far. Can't wait to see the defense. Our defense, Jason, is night and day different. Oh, here's Eastside Harold. He's got that moral victory of beating the Cowboys. Shout out to you, Eastside. Your team is great, buddy. You go ahead, bro. You ready for the Super Bowl, man. RD needs the Saints swag on defense. Grip Boy, you're 100% right on that. And that was why I wanted Demario Davis on our team. Dak, Fletcher Cox, Chris Jones. Look out, Houston fan. We have the biggest steal in the draft. Well, Little Steppa, I'm hoping that you're right. I think we may also have the biggest steal in free agency with Keanu O'Neal. It's crazy because right now you're really looking at Keanu O'Neal and Michael Parsons as your 1 and 2 quarterbacks. Literally. That Jalen Smith, his ass is dropped on the depth chart, and he was our number 1 guy last year. That alone should tell you how much more talent that this team has. Oh, and by the way, the Cowboys are always – this is just going to be a blowout, guys. I think this is going to get ugly real quick in here. The Cowboys ended up bringing in for a workout defensive tackle P.J. Hall, defensive tackle Dalen Mack, linebacker David Rutland, and linebacker Connor Satrian. Hall is a 6'1", 306 pound, former second round pick. Primetime Phil, what's up, man? We'll get you. Hey, primetime. Michael gets back tomorrow. We will get you taken care of then. He takes care of all the mailing and stuff. So shout out to you, Phil. Appreciate you, man. Love all the AV. Appreciate that, man. We even have the second biggest deal with Hooker if he stays healthy. Well, definitely got a lot of guys that are challenging for positions here, and definitely a lot better talent all the way around. Did you guys see about Emerson Griffin? Alan Williams, it's one of those things that you're bringing him in and checking him out, but you're not really expecting. It's not like you're bringing in Khalil Mack, who, mind you, there's a couple of things that were crazy to happen today. There's a rumor out that the Raiders tried to trade back for Khalil Mack. Did you guys hear that? That the Raiders tried to trade back with Chicago before the draft to get Khalil Mack back. Do you have the feeling that the Raiders have no clue as to what the hell they're doing? You should have never traded him to begin with. In the same way, they traded away Amari Cooper and thought they fleeced us. Turns out, we got the better end of that deal. So, Mr. Blackness, here's the interesting part. Apparently, back in January, Everson Griffin tweeted out Kirk Cousins' ass. Thank you. Kirk Cousins is ass. Following it up with, ask Mike Zimmer if he wanted Kirk Cousins. And I forgot the third tweet on it. But they were all like trashing Kirk Cousins. The funny thing is, here's where it got funny, is now that he's re-signed with them, he says he's going to apologize to Kirk Cousins on that one. Yeah. Jameis Winston, first bad pass by Jameis Winston. That was a little bit high. 4th down and 16, they got a punt. Wasn't mistreated. Carson is a baby. He wasn't mistreated. I thought Mike Mayock would have been a great GM, but he has failed. It's almost it literally just Philly D. It's almost crazy when you look at the moves and you think about him being there for 3 years and yet to have a winning season, and yet you don't ever hear about him being on the hot seat. I know they had a guaranteed contract of $100 million for 10 years, but dude, the moves that you've made are just kind of insane. The past 26 years. Eastside, though. I get you, Eastside. You're right. It's been 26 years since we've had the Super Bowl. But, dude, you don't have the right to say that if your team hasn't done any better. That's what I'm trying to understand. You know what? I can take that from the Eagles that said, hey, we won one, 5 years ago. What was the last time you won? I can take that. I can take it from the Giants and say, hey, we won 2 since you won yours. Okay. Yeah, I'll blow the whistle for Cop Pizzle and all that. I get that. But Eastside? Really, dude? Really? And Eastside, you know the rules. You want to troll it, you got at least put a tip in there or something. Come on, Eastside. Come on. If you're going to talk nonsense, at least put in a tip or something. I keep bringing up old stuff. Howie Roseman looks like a genius compared to Mike Mayock. You right about that. Do you think they are solid on tight ends? I think actually Blake Jarwin and Dalton Schultz are not bad. I think that, the thing is you have so many great pieces already with your wide receivers with Zeke. I mean, you can't have a complete all-star team. And I think that Blake Jarwin and Dalton Schultz are going to have more opportunities just because there are so many other great pieces out there. That's where when you're on a good team, And kind of like Colin Cowherd says, New Orleans is a great defense, and they got a best offensive line, and they've got a good running back and stuff. You don't have to be great when you have all those pieces around you. When you're Seattle and you have a bad defense and the offensive line has problems and things like that, you have to be above and beyond as Russell Wilson to make up for some of that. Urban Meyer. Oh, I love this graphic here of Jacksonville with Urban Meyer in the pool. Didn't I just tell you that's Lee's side, Harold? He is Lee's side for sure. I hate the Cowboys. They're a way better franchise than the Texans. Thank you, Danny. We appreciate that, bro. Appreciate that. All right, let's see what Trevor Lawrence. Here's the thing that's always funny to me. Remember when it was tank for Tua? And then it was tank for Trevor? Gary Beasley at Mark Holmes at the game. Deshaun Watson not with the Texans Saturday night. The thing about Deshaun Watson is I don't think he's got a chance to play this season. Honestly, I don't. With all of the stuff that's out there news-wise, the NFL doesn't want to have that drama, and that's why the Texans basically have him on the fourth string. And I think the Texans are basically waiting till the legal issues are done and that they'll eventually trade him. But Zeppelin, right? We're old enough to even remember when they were the St. Louis Cardinals. Okay, yeah, definitely. There were 5 teams in our division. I remember that. Cakeside will be a loser all his life. Texans will never get a ring. Damn. Yeah, I think we've all heard that one, Danny, that they would love to have. And I can't say I blame them. Looking at Joe Flacco, heck, after looking at Joe Flacco, I might want Ben DiNucci. Yeah, I'm just saying. We don't suck and we're not special at the same time. Zeppelin fan, I remember some of those Cardinals always beat the Eagles, drove me crazy. Houston has never won because Butterfingers Moon can give up 35 points lead. Well, you're going to basically the Tennessee Titans because that was actually the Houston Oilers that moved to Tennessee. But we're talking about the Texans now. Just the Texans. We're only going to take their ineptitude. Oh, George, come on, man. Okay. Dez Bryant at tight end. Come on, man. Dez ain't blocking nobody. Dez is about as much as a tight end as Tim Tebow. Well, we're going to be dropping. We're going to be dropping a deuce. I'm sorry, not a deuce. We're going to be dropping DiNucci. Flacco stinks. We may grab whoever y'all drop. The funny thing is we've got Cowboy fans are saying, "Oh, we need to go get Josh Rosen, or we should go ahead and try and get Phillip Rivers out of retirement, or we should go and trade for Nick Foles, or get Gardner Minshew." And I'm just like, y'all just reaching for any name that you can think of that's happened to play quarterback, aren't you? Because none of that stuff is – you don't have time to try and turn him into a starting quarterback. You just don't have enough time for them to get it down pat. There's no way, no how that I'm trying to do that. Well, since we have so many Eagle fans in here, remember when Skip said, oh, Danny, when Skip Bayless literally said that he would take Tim Tebow, what he's done in his career, over Dak Prescott, that there's no quarterback out there that's done the things that he's done. He took a Denver team that was on life support, and he willed them to win. He's just a winner. Okay. I was like, you got to be kidding me, right? Eagle fans. Okay. Here's what I want to know. I honestly want to know, how do you really feel? Don't Philly 500 me. Don't Philly 500 me and, tell me about the unicorns that you've seen and everything else. I want your honest opinion about what you think your team's going to do. Do you feel good about it? Do you feel like this is a team that understands that they're rebuilding? Do you think you're going to win the division? I want you to honestly say what your true opinion is on that. Robert, you're 100% right. Skip is an idiot. Cooper Rush is fine. Well, Cooper Rush is actually getting the starting snaps starting tomorrow in practice. So he's going to get an opportunity to try and show with the first team offensive line come Sunday. I think he's got the inside track right now. We might need to carry 3 quarterbacks if you can't decide, and it's game to game. Phil, I'm okay with that. I'm not keeping 4. I'm not keeping 4. The interesting part will be is who, and I don't think it'll be Ben DiNucci tomorrow. I think they'll hold on to Ben for another week just because, he's an extra arm in camp. He don't need to be the best. I really don't know. We could stink or win 10 games. Coaching hurts. We'll answer it. Well, yeah, that's true. It all really bears on what you get with Hurts. And what you really don't know right now with Hurts. I mean, quite honestly, you almost want to say that Hurts is still really a rookie quarterback. Bone Crusher, they're not going to sign – I don't think they're going to sign a big-name player and stuff. I think actually when you look at what Osi is doing, I think that they're okay with him. Between him, if Carlos Watkins is not bad as far as COVID, if he can get back out of there, you have him. You also have Brent Urban. Let me make sure I don't say Keith. Brent Urban, because they will kill me on that if I happen to say that one. I don't think they'll sign anybody on there. I know people keep saying, oh, bring in Geno Atkins, but ain't nobody looking at Geno Atkins right now, guys. Ain't nobody looking at Geno Atkins. Uh-oh. Adam Trapman. Oh, Lordy, I almost drafted him for fantasy football. Trapman taking off on the cart, shoe off. That's the starting tight end. And see, this, guys, this is the reason why you don't like to see people playing in preseason, because you never know who might get hurt. You never know who might get hurt out there. And that's not, uh-oh. Got another New Orleans State walking off the field. Poole walking off the field. That's the one thing you do not want to have happen, is getting guys injured. David, you signed? Yeah, well, David, you're in the draft on Saturday. I'm hoping you're coming by. Dante Cole, he gets paid. Who are we talking about, Eastside, that gets paid because he's a Hall of Famer and knows football? Because you're right. There's a lot of guys out there that are football deemed experts that are getting paid that, we definitely wonder about their ability.
Can take numbers and skew them any way we want. We often can take numbers and we'll fit them into the narrative that we want to try and paint. And I probably am guilty of this. Can take numbers and skew them any way we want. We often can take numbers and we'll fit them into the narrative
Chris Law.
that we want to try.
Damn. If we have other Washington fans in here, I'd like them to chime in how they feel about Ryan Fitzpatrick, who they're not sure he's the guy or not, if he's going to be the starter. Ron Rivera's kind of hinting that, we're still going to look at that, he manages the game and guys real well. When you start saying they manage well, that's not exactly a vote of confidence. Oh, what happened to Whitlock? Are we talking about Jason Whitlock? Oh, man. Ooh, is that a touch? Oh, man. Damn. Was that Jameis? I wasn't even paying Winston with his second deep. Woo, guys. It's time to break up the Saints. It's time to break up the – oh, my God. Jameis Winston out here throwing back shoulder fades. Holy moly. Nice one-handed catch, too. Damn. Callaway with the one-handed catch with a man draped all over him. Jameis Winston, damn. Fitzpatrick is an amazing backup, but starter, no, I love that. At least side Harold sucks because his team will never make the playoffs. Well, truth be told, the year before, they did actually win their first playoff game. Eagles should be on a grill, not in the chat room. Damn. Yeah, Jameis Winston. Let me look at the stats here because Winston is kicking ass. Jameis God damn, he's had one bad pass tonight. 9 of 10, 123 yards, and 2 TDs. I think he's going to be done for the night. The ball moves. Eastside Herald, what? Making Callaway a late fantasy round pick. Yeah, I tell you what, you may want to pick up Jameis Winston because, good God, he is firing out there on all cylinders. Although, you're right, Mark. You're 100% right. They are exactly, they're playing the Texans. They're playing the Jags. Okay, so Eastside. Since you know what, Eastside, I'm talking to you, buddy. You want to call into the show? Eastside, I can have you call in. You want to call in and you can tell me all the great things about the Texans. You can tell me how good they're going to do. What's your take on the Texans' record for this year? Oh, I'm doing great today, my man. Jose, I'm doing great. Damn, the Jags defense making Winston look good. Right now, you're 100% right. He is looking good right now. Good God, he's looking good. There is no Redskins anymore. They have no quarterbacks as of this time. Bonita. How you doing, Miss Bonita? Bonita Applebaum. Lola. What's up, Lola? Lola, you up in here stirring shit up. Lola. Your buddy Eastside Harold's up in here. Texan Jags, same. Oh, damn, David. Damn. But Winston, had pressure in his face, got hit afterwards, still kept his eye on the prize. Damn. You think you're going to be 8-8? Hold up. How are you going to be 500? You going to do a tie? It's 8-9 or 9-8. What's it going to be? Oh, we got Saints. Look, we got Saint fan. Attention, asshole fans. This is what a real quarterback and receiver does. Who is CD? Shout out to the New Orleans Saints fan. Man. Zeppelin fan, you are 100% right. Winston is smoking. But, before you speak too fast, Saint fan, at some point, we won't see it tonight because he probably won't play anymore tonight. But Winston will do 2 or 3 touchdowns and do 2 or 3 interceptions in a minute. Lindsey Williams, we don't badmouth someone like you repeats the same garbage in Eagles chat. Shows your ooh, Lindsey Williams. What happened? What did I miss there, Philly D? Let's go. This game's over, guys. This thing is over. New Orleans, I see my man Mario Davis is still in there, so they still have the first team defense. Trevor Lawrence is 2 for 4 for 20 yards. And they've got 3 carries for 2 yards. Wow. They literally have 32 yards of total offense so far for the Jags in this quarter. Fire Jags coach ASAP. Maybe they should have kept Tim Tebow for a little longer. Well, Benita, please do comment. You guys and you ladies see me all the time. Whenever you come on here, you see me. I don't see you except for a comment, unless you get a shot glass and you send a picture of you. Then, Mr. 30 for 30. That's right. Eagles suck like always. Cowboy fans don't kiss Eagles' ass. All right, I appreciate that, Lindsay. 3rd and 6. Let's see if the Jags can get a first down here. Incompletion. Another incompletion. My team's so weak, but 4 turnovers and a few sacks. Eastside, shout out to you, man. Like I said, if you think that Ben DiNucci is a pro quarterback, okay? If you think he's a pro quarterback, okay. I know he's not going to be starting for my team this year. I need some. Actually, I do have glasses, but I can't find them because I can't see them. It's not the glasses, though. I can't pronounce. Okay. I am dyslexic, and I suck at phonetically pronouncing names. So forgive me. New Orleans is killing the Jags. Everybody who thought that the Jags were going to be good, and again, it is preseason, but there's nothing you've seen here so far that says, oh, they're going to be a good team. If you were a Jags fan right now, you'd probably be kind of like this.
I fire Howie. Fucking fire him. Motherfucker! Stupid motherfucker! What an idiot! What an idiot! Dallas has Amari Cooper and Gallup, but we don't need a receiver. Are you kidding me? I don't want Justin Jefferson. He's ass. He's stupid. I fire his ass. I fire his ass. I mean, Howie's got to be stupid. What are you doing? You just let Dallas take him.
Let me see if I can get it right, Miss Williams. Lasse? Is it Lasse? Did I get it right? Lasse? Lasse. Okay, Lasse. Let me lock it in. Lasse. Well, welcome to the chant. Lasse. Forgive me. It's not done intentionally. People will say I'm lazy. It's not a great reader. Just not. And Tyson Hill. Oh, come on now, Derek Young. But Derek, here's the thing, though. There's a confidence factor, and I think that once you start having a bad play or two, it gets in your head, and it's kind of like kickers. Kickers that guys that were constantly automatic, then all of a sudden they miss a kick or two, and they get into a bad groove, and they just can't get out of it. They just can't. No matter what they do, it just stays ugly. And I think that's kind of where Ben DiNucci is. That now I'm going to say, I don't know if New Orleans changed their offensive line or not, but the Jags are putting on more pressure, and the offense does not look the same with Tyson Hill out there right now. Please watch Rashid's video. Did he put a new one up? Or what video are we talking about? Or are we talking about the one from last night where he literally said that he would take Teddy Bridgewater? Mark, I'm a guy with nuts. Lasse, I don't know. Okay, damn. Let's say I'm sorry. I done fucked this up all real bad tonight. I don't know. I'm sorry. Let's say. Forgive me, bro. My bad. Okay. Let's say. Yes, Derek. Go. All right. I take that back. Okay. Mary Lon Washington. Mary Lon, are you a lady? I'm going to assume that she's a lady. Oh, man. All day long, we have Skins fan all day. Are you ready? Hey, Skins fan. Are you ready? Are you ready, Skins fan? How you doing, man? I had thought about going down to training camp down there in Richmond, but then Daniel Camardi, welcome to the Jobu Mojo crew. Appreciate you, bro. Make sure you email me here, cowboysmark94@gmail, and we will get you your shot glass. And do me a favor, Daniel, come on. When you get it, make sure you send a picture to my email of you with your shot glass. I've got to get that update because there's a lot of you out there that got shot glasses that have never sent a picture in. I'd like to see your smiling face. Oh, I see how it is. See, you know what's funny, y'all? I understand what it is. See, Skins fan in here, up here. Hey, Jeff. Look. You got and you got to get the voice in there too, because the way he wrote it out. Hey, Jessica. You see that, right? You get Eastside Harold up in here. Hey, Lola. Y'all fans of all your other teams, come hang in here because you know we got the best ladies up here. Oh, see, look. There is Gina. Don't call her a thorn because she's a rose. What's up, Gina? No, bless. Hey, I tell you what, Daniel. Bless you, man. Thank you for becoming a channel member. That garbage. But see, Derek, here's the thing. You watch him in practice, he's not doing that sidearm in practice. It's just one of those things that when you get scared or rushed, he just loses it all. Gina, are you chilling with that glass of wine, getting your husband to rub your feet and everything, just chilling out there? I have to update my picture, Mark. My hair is now as long as Trevor Lawrence's. Damn, Zeppelin fan. Well, I know you've seen the football, right? Yes, it's me, Jessica. You must be eating all them popsicles. Is that? I think I missed that one. Prove me wrong about Leonard Fournette being good, Mark. Who called me old man? Old man, Mr. Winston, a.k.a. Turn the lights out. I tell you what, not Trevor Lawrence. Jameis Winston, he looked good, guys. I can't believe I'm saying this, but he looked really, really good. Dude was, let me pull up the stats. Jameis Winston, okay? Mr. 30 for 30, Mr. I'm going to throw 30 TD passes and 30 interceptions, was 9 for 10, 123 yards and 2 TDs. Trevor Lawrence holding on to the ball too long. Definitely holding on to the ball. Yeah, Trevor Lawrence looks like a rookie. Trevor Lawrence is 3 for 7 for 23 yards. There's Lisa. Okay, you know what? I got to do a check these days now. I messed up with Lissay. I thought Lissay was a lady, okay? But I'm assuming that Lisa, you are a lady, right? Okay. And Yolanda, I'm assuming you're a lady too, Yolanda, right? Okay. If I mess up, forgive me. It's not intentional. Primetime Phil, well, you missed actually the haters. We had Joseph Collin come in and let us know that the Cowboys are ass and that he hates them and everything else. We had Eastside Harold in here literally trying to mac on the ladies at the same time, try and convince us that the Texans are a great team and the Cowboys suck. All right. Hey, well, Gina, while you're out there, can you pick me up a bottle? Can you give me some adult beverages? Cowboys up north. You got surgery tomorrow, right? On the knee. Daniel, there were a few that were here. Philly D was in here. I have not seen Philadelphia yet tonight. So it's been kind of quiet in here. All right, so Tyson Hill is in now for New Orleans, and the offense is not doing half of what it was doing with Jameis Winston. Shout out Toby, the bum ass. I actually hit him tonight. I just got tired of his stupid shit. He'll probably go through and make another video about Mark Holmes, I'm sure. I pray we look good this year. I hope we look good. Oh, look at that. Just like when you say Beetlejuice, 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 I said Philadelphia, and he shows up. Damn. Mark, hook it up with some more game day cooking videos. Okay. Robert, I got a problem with that, though. David Wiley is a chef. He's a chef. Okay, I cook. After getting his food, it's like, damn, I don't even know if I want to cook for people anymore. He put me to shame, literally. All right, so this game is bogged down quite a bit, and it's almost time for our regular show. I'm going to end up restarting this for you guys. I'm hitting my intro in here so that way the regulars that show up. I did hear from Philly 500, though.
I knew it would happen, Mark. I knew it would mother humping happen. I'm pissed off, man. I'm frustrated because it pisses me off. Because that little bitch boy Carson Wentz, fat as hell last year, couldn't run, eating donuts between snaps. This guy comes in phenomenal shape. Phenomenal shape. You know what I mean? Like, why couldn't you come in last year phenomenal shape? Oh, yeah, I forgot. Because Doug Peterson wanted him to stay in the pocket, so he told him to get bigger. But Carson, he didn't get bigger the right way. He got fat. So now, everybody's like, oh, Phil, you're crazy. He ain't fat. He's always been like that. He just stinks now. I said, no, he's fat. He's fat. He's going to go to Indianapolis, and you watch, he's going to come in perfect shape. Perfect shape. What happens, Mark? What happens? Carson Wentz comes in, he looks 30 pounds lighter. My God, he looks thin. It's ridiculous. Now he's going to go out and light it up, and I'm going to have to watch that crap. He better get me that first-round pick. And thank God we have Jalen Hurts, because I don't know what
Jess, is it Jesse or Jess? Jess, man, you're getting your gallbladder moved soon. My mother-in-law, actually, and my stepdaughter, both have had their gallbladders removed. In fact, my mother-in-law had hers removed just a couple of months ago, and she's doing a hell of a lot better. She went into the hospital before they knew that it was a gallbladder, and she was in bad shape, but she made it through with flying colors. She's 81 years old, so hopefully you have a recovery just like she did real fast. Deontay, so are you talking about Toby? He's comes in on Laws and Boss's page, and I thought he just did it on here, that he was I've got, and I don't know why, and I guess people are just hateful asses. Oh, see, there's David Wiley. See, David Wiley, I tell you what we're going to do is I'm going to make a cooking channel. So all my recipes, if you want to learn how to do the easy shit, if you want the really good food, I'm going to start taping David Wiley on how you do some really good cooking, chef quality stuff. And we'll put it on there so that way you can have some, okay meals, kind of like the McDonald's stuff. And then you go to your 5-star restaurant with David Wiley's cooking. I thought Toby was just like, he just came in here just hating on me. But I've got some people that are just, and I don't understand it, why people will spend so much time just hating somebody. I ain't got that kind of time to spend on that. Oh, hold up, y'all. Oh, shoots. Here we go. Hang on, guys. 1 second here. Let's get ready to get this party started again. Hold up. Y'all, are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Here we go. Well, hello, friends. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Jobu Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. And, of course, we are open for business here because we've actually been here for an hour. You late to the party, so come on in, kick your shoes off, make sure you're not spreading any dog dew on the floor and things. Just got the carpets clean, okay? So don't spread that shit, Toby, you know I'm talking to you, Toby. All right, we've actually been watching the Jags versus the New Orleans Saints, and we've seen a couple of things that will blow your mind. One of them being that Jameis Winston has been looking fierce. 2 amazing deep touchdown passes. Oh, my God. 9 of 10 for 122 yards, 2 TD passes. They pulled him, and right now Trevor Lawrence looks like a rookie. He looks like a rookie. We will be facing them this weekend. Maybe the Cowboys can get their first preseason victory because I know that so many people are literally losing their cotton-picking minds because the Cowboys are not winning preseason games. And I keep trying to tell you, the way you win a preseason game, bro, is you don't lose anybody. You do not want to lose players in preseason. That's all it is. It is a glorified workout. It means nothing come the first game of the season. And you want to get the young guys into working. You want to get out there and you want to try some different combinations of things. And you just get out alive. I know you want to see what New England did to the Eagles. I get that. But that's not what preseason is about, y'all. We talking about a practice game. I told him, your life must be miserable to make a channel dissing another grown man. DMS 920? You must be talking about that other vlogger's channel. Okay, and listen, please don't even go and look at the videos because the problem is the more you look at the videos, the more emboldened the person gets to be. You follow me what I'm saying? They feel like, ooh, we're getting traction. Ignore that stuff. You know, it's sad and pathetic when people's lives, that's all they have is hate. I try and look out for other people. You know, I actually was talking to another YouTuber who's just getting started on his channel. That's a Washington fan today and stuff, and he's asking me some questions about, you know, what he can do and things like that and how he can grow his channel. You know, Philly 500. If you notice, he's got the cameras, the widescreen cameras and everything else, and the look on it. I've been helping him, even though he is an Eagle fan. Man, it's not about hating people, and I don't understand why people decide that I must be an asshole. Toby's no friend of mine. I don't like Toby. He's not true, and he trashes Dak. Okay. Can't disagree with that. And it's sad that somebody spends their life like that. Oh, Toby, a.k.a. Dookie Shoes. Preseason is a job interview, and we have a lot of guys that are interviewing right now. What I like seeing these young guys competing right now because they're going to play valuable minutes. There he is, Mr. D2 Stew, a.k.a. Mr. Wolf. Great defensive play because that could have been a touchdown. If Trevor Lawrence had put just a little bit more air on that pass, that would have been 6. I don't hate you. I hate Dallas. You may be one of the best YouTubers out there, and I'm a skeptic. You know what? Dante Burt. We're going to do something for you. You know what? Let me tell. Can I tell a story? Is it okay if I tell a story? Okay. I want you to understand something. When I grew up in Northern Virginia, back when Washington and Dallas Cowboys playing each other meant something. Back when Washington was actually winning those 3 Super Bowls, I was in high school as a Cowboy fan up here. And it's not like it is today, because nowadays there's tons of Cowboy fans. There's almost as many Cowboy fans in D.C. now as there are Washington fans, because D.C. is so transient. But back then, man, this was this was literally, you had Washington flags flying on their cars painted like that in front of their houses. Everybody was a Washington fan. So, and people knew I was a Cowboy fan. But the thing that I loved about it was the trash talking. My brother Greg, big Washington fan. To this day, my brother and my dad have like actually they upped it to $20. So if the Cowboys win, you owe me $20. If Washington wins, I owe you $20. And that's every week. So it goes by, you can win $40 if the Cowboys lose and Washington wins that week. And that's my dad and my brother. Todd Wilson, what's happening? So the better part than the cash is the bragging rights of being able to ride your cousin or your brother and things like that and talk that smack all week long. It used to be in Washington, with the hype that would happen when Washington was about to play Dallas, it was like the air was electric. That whole week was like a party. And when Washington lost, oh my God, you better not say nothing to a Washington fan, because they'd be pissed as hell. But you still say something to that Washington fan. This shit now, it's nothing. And that's kind of what I do with Philly 500 and things. But for me, the fact that Washington was good last year, the fact that Washington won the division last year, that they ended up beating the Cowboys twice. Now, there's that trash talking a little bit. You Washington fans are coming in and saying, hey, you know what? We got the division, man. We coming to kick your ass. I was like, oh, you think so? Because I was talking to this other YouTuber and stuff, and he's doing some cool things and all that. Hey, my man, don't even put it out there. Don't even put the name out, because the problem is, I'm gonna remove that. Don't even put the name out there, my man, because the problem is then people go and check it out. It gets more views, and then it gets spread even more. YouTube says, oh, people are watching. It's not even worth watching. It's not. But I think that's actually Toby that's running it, because Toby will come in and he kind of give you a little, it's like he's sticking a knife in your back to kind of give you hints on it. And that's where I think it's him. Okay? But DMS, I thank you for realizing that it's all bullshit. But that's the great thing about football. So we're going to be doing some things with the Washington football team, with you guys. And hopefully this will start building that rivalry back up. The thing that I hate is we don't play till week 14. And it gets cold at week 14 there at FedEx. Yeah, but Deontay, I'm happy as can be. I'm happy as can be about it. And I literally cannot wait, because like I said, this is, it's beginning to kind of get Washington fans that are talking again and stuff. Well, Deontay, I ain't mad at them. You only play who you play. If you want it, you want it. So congratulations to them. I know it was a down year. I know in any other division they probably wouldn't have been second place, but that's what it took to win our division. But we're gonna find out about the Washington football team this year, because they got a tough schedule. They got to play a lot of good quarterbacks. We'll find out if that defense is as tough as it's going to be, because they got to play Russell Wilson. They got to play Aaron Rodgers. They got to play Pat Mahomes. They got to play Tom Brady. They got to play Josh Allen. I mean, you're talking about some of the cream of the crops of quarterbacks here. Alan Williams. It's going to sound like a broken record, but I'm back, peeps. What did I miss? Well, Trevor Lawrence got the Jags down to kick a field goal. Jameis Winston came in and literally lit up the scoreboard, was 9 of 10 for 122 yards and 2 TD passes. Oh, yeah. But, it's funny because they don't seem to understand the curse of winning the NFC East is the next year you become ass. How many drinks does it take to have a tropical bird drink? The real question is how many drinks have you had, Zeppelin fan, before you put that comment out? They bragged about winning. Yeah. Bone Crusher, are you in Discord? Okay. Oh, let me pin that. Bam. There we go. Now it's put up or shut up, but Mark, we only have 2 games difference. Yeah, but 2 games can be in a lot, though. Deontay, it's no. Actually, it's more than that, though. No, because here's the thing: when we play the AFC East, we play New England. We play New England. You play Buffalo. Yeah, you play Buffalo, so you're playing that division winner. We play the Vikings, and you play Green Bay. And then we play Arizona, and you play Seattle. So it's actually 3 games that you have that are different. So when you look at those 3 games, that's 3 of the best quarterbacks in football. Russell Wilson, Aaron Rodgers, and Josh Allen. We don't have to face those 3 guys. We don't face those 3 teams. You guys do. So I'm just saying, and it may end up being that you guys are the real deal. It may be that Ryan Fitzpatrick's passes that he was doing that that's just preseason. He'll dial it down or dial it in by time the season starts. I mean, it's possible. But I'm kind of saying you got 3 games there that are going to be pretty tough. Nothing wrong with my sentence, Mark. Read it again. Wait a minute. How many? Well, it was. How many drinks does it take to get a tropical bird drink? I don't know. I still don't understand. 2 cans. Okay, I didn't realize it was a joke. Gotcha. 2 cans. Damn. Okay, all right. Bobby Domingo. I think the Cowboys go 11-7. 11-7? I'm sorry, 11-6. My math's off. 11-6, excuse me. Yes, preseason is nothing. Drunk. Good show. Also, Thunderbolts fan here. Welcome to the channel. Up. New Orleans is going down again. The Mike Ricks podcast. What's happening, Mike Ricks? Valerie G. What's up, Up another one. Okay. I made a mistake tonight with Lissay. Lissay, I thought, was a lady. Okay. So hopefully I'm not wrong again. What's happening, Valerie? Welcome to the channel. Mary Lou thinks 12-5. Mike Ricks, well, what do you think, Mike? Mary Lou thinks 12-5. Kaylin Gray, we talking about a preseason practice. All right, in case you guys had not heard this, latest news on the Dallas Cowboys is we now have 4 players in the COVID protocol, including, let me not say Joseph Hooker. God, jeez. Malik Hooker, CeeDee Lamb, Carlos Watkins, of course, Dan Quinn, and backup safety Israel. I can't remember his last name. Reven S. 13-4. Wow. Michael Cowhorse. Lola Cowboys, I'm chilling. Hold it. Scroll up some. I sent you more, Mark. Michael? Glad you hold your tongue on your show, Washington. I was one pioneer in the 90s with our Warrior Society, and 30 years later, it was a great victory. Was that the one, Michael? Hey, Mark, my friend, I admire your show, as I have said, but I am a diehard Hawks fan, originally 12th man era. Oh, well, you know what? It's cool. You know what? We welcome fans of other teams and stuff. Here's all we ask, man. Kind of like they say, have a take and don't suck. Be cool. All I ask is let's be cool and respectful to the others, okay? We can trash each other's teams because Lord knows I always mess with Philly 500. Him and I are like best friends. I trash the Eagles because they're ass. I talk about Danny Dimes and stuff. But, it's when we get those guys that come in and all they want to do is just be an asshole. And it's just kind of like, come on, y'all. And that's where we kind of got Toby. Toby just comes in just to troll and just to be hateful. But you are definitely welcome here on the show. And we're going to be doing some more more stuff that'll be more inclusive. What we're going to be doing on game day, and this is where I'm talking to a couple of different people, is we're basically going to start out at 1 o'clock with the 1 o'clock games. We've got direct TV, so we'll have all the games. We'll be in the outdoor studio. We'll be actually following along with all the games. We'll have my man Stuart Morrison and Roz coming in, giving updates on fantasy football. And, of course, we'll do a little trash talking between the fantasy football team. Maybe 9 wins. I don't like the coaching staff. Wait a minute. Okay, so I'm going to counter your argument there. Here's my reason why I think we'll do better than that. With as bad as this team was last year, as bad as it was, they still won 6 games, right? You have to think if Dak Prescott can play the whole season, you've got to think that the Cowboys win at least 2 more games just from Dak. Is that a safe estimate? At least 2. I'm going to be conservative and say 2. I say at least he's worth at least 3 more wins. But even if we say those 2, that gets you 8 wins. So then you also add that you've got another game added to the schedule. So let's say it's a coin toss. So let's say you win that one. That's 9 victories right there. And let's say our defense, which it did the first 5 games, gave up 36 points a game. I don't think that our defense is going to be that bad. I'm not saying they're going to be a top 5 or top 10 defense, but I think they drop about 7 points a game. I think that's conceivable. The Washington football team went from 24th to 4th, okay? And if that's the case, that's at least 2 more games right there. That gets you the 11. At least that's my rationale, and I could be completely wrong. Starting 12-5, starting with the 34-31 win over Tampa Bay. Wow, that would I'd be okay with that. Oh, Sheila, what's up, Sheila? How you doing? How you doing, girl? Do you think we sweep the East? Well, here's the other thing you got going for us too, that you have to add in here is that Dak has always been really, really good. Really, really good in the division. Dak is 19-6. 19-6. If that holds, let's say I don't think we've ever been worse. Last year we were what? Last year was our worst one in the division because, well, we stunk in the division. I think we were 3-3 last year? We beat the Eagles twice. Beat the Giants once. So that was our worst year in the division, 3-3 in the Dak era. Most time it's like 4-2, which was his first year, or 5-1. Mukamu, it's Mukamu. Keith, shout out to you, Mukamu. Mukamu. Okay, thank you. Israel Mukamu. And see, here's why people are like, oh, you should be on ESPN, man. Yeah, it's like, no, dude, I can't pronounce the name. I can't read a script. There ain't no way. I literally have to just sit here and talk. That's all I can do. Mary Lou Washington, you're going to lose 7 games. Well, you know what, Sean? 10-7 should probably get you in the playoffs. 10-7 still gets you in the playoffs. Here's the thing. You're going to win a couple of games that you shouldn't win, and you're going to lose a couple of games that you shouldn't lose. So it all kind of evens out. Oh, man, Dana Jet, I feel sorry for a Washington diehard fan that's been sold a dream. Huge setup for disaster. Why benching loving quarterback, let that marinade. Mike Ricks podcast. Mike Ricks, are you a Washington fan? I'm assuming you are. Ron Rivera is pretty good. And definitely a defensive-minded coach. In fact, I can't argue with Ron Rivera has done some great things through a quagmire of a franchise. The things that they have gone through with, the dumber brother of the Grudens and things, going through the old ball coach, going through with, what was his name from Seattle? Oh, my God. Former quarterback from Seattle. I mean, they've gone through some shit. To see them last year kind of turning it around, seeing them building the team, actually building the team through the draft. And I'm going to give you guys credit because, see, Washington, it's always been comical being here in the D.C. area and listening to the sports shows because every year – it was always, we got Donovan McNabb. You know, fans would go out and buy McNabb jerseys and stuff like that. Or before that, it was like, we got prime time. We got Deion Sanders. It's like, but Deion's past his time. You ended up getting Albert Haynesworth. The Washington defense is pretty good. Now they got Haynesworth. They're going to be elite. And it's just like every year it was like the biggest free agent signings that would happen. And every year it would end up being disappointing, or you'd see quarterback after quarterback. I mean, from, Heath Schuler, and then you get a Donovan McNabb. You had Jason Campbell's. You ended up doing the RG3s. You end up bringing in, you had the Kirk Cousins and then the Alex Smiths, and then you drafted Dwayne Haskins. And, then you end up going back to Alex Smith. And now it's, we're going to – Ryan Fitzpatrick's a guy. And I'm just like, that's the one thing, that's the one move that I look at and say, you built a great defense. You've got some really good offensive weapons, but you're going all in the chips for a guy who's always been Bruce Smith. Oh, my God, don't forget Bruce Smith. You brought him in for the sack record. And then, Jason Taylor, remember, Jason, it's so bad that Jason Taylor, in his Hall of Fame speech, thanked Daniel Snyder for basically letting him steal money. But the thing that doesn't make sense to me is, and this is where it scares me with Washington, because you do have some great receivers and McLaurin and things. You got a great running back. You're building an offensive line. You got a young defensive front that's in there. I'm still not sure about your secondary, but you got a lot of great pieces, and you're coming off of winning the division, and it's kind of like y'all went all in on Ryan Fitzpatrick. That's the only, and the thing is, it's like y'all been trying to sell everybody that Ryan Fitzpatrick is the guy. At some point, as a Washington fan, you got to look at this and say, we've been here with Donovan McNabb. We thought that Donovan McNabb coming in, and Donovan McNabb has a much better pedigree than what Ryan Fitzpatrick's ever had. At least Donovan McNabb had went to a Super Bowl. Now, granted, he threw all up, right? He went to a Super Bowl. He won playoff games, okay? They went to back-to-back NFC Championship games. Marco, welcome from Santa Barbara. And so you've been through that guy, and he didn't do anything, and so on. It's kind of like, now it's like, oh, it's okay. Ryan Fitzpatrick's going to be great. No, he's not. You don't trust Fitzpatrick. That's the one move that I look at and say, really? And I would be, and if it were a case where you said, we're going to draft a quarterback and we're going to use Fitzpatrick to mentor him. Now that's his best role, is being the guy to get the next guy ready. But is Heineke the guy to get ready? Oh, you're a Panthers fan. Well, shout out to you, Mike Ritz Podcast. Do you do YouTube, Mike? Mike. Do you do YouTube? Why is he calling you Mary Lon? You know why? Because the N looks like a U. Okay, Sean. That's classic dyslexia. That I'm going to be honest with you. Okay. Dyslexia is you see it, but it gets reversed in your mind. E's and C's look the same. B's and D's. 3s and 5s. And see, Lou, the U and the N, it gets reversed by the time it gets to my brain. All I can say in its defense is Einstein was actually dyslexic. And that's what happens. You see it and it gets reversed. So, Mary Lon, I'm sorry. Mary Lon, my apologies. I've been messing up tonight real bad. Sarah Green, how you doing, Sarah? You and Miss Jackie looked great at the game the other night. You think Fitzpatrick's an upgrade over Billy Kilmer? I don't know now. See, here's the thing about Kilmer, and this is what Drew Pearson was saying. Kilmer was a winner. Kilmer would make the worst looking passes, but yet they would still find a way to beat you. What have you missed? The Jags are losing 14-3. Jameis Winston looks like a deep threat. He literally was 9 of 10 for 123 yards and 2 touchdowns, and looked great. Trevor Lawrence looks like a rookie on a bad team. You guys look like you had a great time. I think there was like 70,000 or 68,000 people at the game. That was a lot of people for a preseason game. Simba, that's just the way I look these days. It's called being old. Oh, and I haven't shaved, so when I look scruffy, it's just the way I do. Rams released Duck. Oh, Hodges. Okay. Won't win 2 games, but 4 games, I'm good. Philly D, I would bet you won't win 2. Oh, man. I don't know that it'll be that bad now. Yeah, you're right. It is. The wife went. Here's what happened. It was kind of crazy because my wife went to visit some of her friends, her girlfriends and stuff last week. And so she didn't get back till late yesterday. And so, as a married man, when you got the house to yourself, you know what you're doing. You kicking back. You having a few extra drinks. You ain't thinking about shaving. You're not washing the dishes. You're not picking up the clothes on the floor. You just kind of like, yeah. I'm going to sit here and I'm going to belch. Oh, snap. Trucker's Life, what's up? Check my Twitter tonight. You made a Southern Sour. What you making there? I'm hungry, Trucker's Life, right now. Guys, check out Trucker's Life channel. My man is on the road all the time, but just because he's on the road doesn't mean he doesn't eat good. He will teach you how to make good gourmet food even on the road. Puke Johnson, or Puke Jr., what's up, man? Who are Cowboys going to blame this year for a failed season? Man, why we got so many haters that got to come in? Why don't you go hang with your Saint fans, man? And here we go. Here comes Philadelphia. Haters. Look, you know what?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, real hating, man, that's like an art form, man. You know, it's like you like a born a hater, you know, like myself, man. You know, a lot of cats think they hate, but, man, I mean, I'm mad at everything, man. You know, brother got a nice car, man. Why you got a car, man? I only got one car. Why you got 3 cars or a wife or all that, man? That's played out, man. I hate on it till he's totally broke and ain't got nothing like me, you know what I'm saying? Because, yeah, that's what real hating is all about, man.
Well, I'll tell you what, Muke. Last year, you couldn't help but blame the coach and Jalen Smith and the rest of the defense. That's who I blamed last year because, you know, when your defense gives up the most points in the history of your team in 60 years by 2.2 points a game, there ain't no place else to look but at the defense. And the defense left a lot to be desired. If you were here watching this game, okay, I tell you what, if you want to see what a good defense playing downhill is, take a look at New Orleans led by linebacker Demario Davis, okay? When you see Demario Davis tackle a guy, or when you see Demario Davis in pursuit, he understands pursuit angles, okay? When I've seen Jalen Smith do like a banana route chasing a guy, what you have to understand, it's simple. The closest point between two objects is a straight line, not like this. If I go straight, look, this is shorter than this, okay? If I got to go like this, I'm not beating him. Too many times I saw the worst pursuit angles ever. I saw the worst tackling. I saw people who literally did not have a clue as to the defense. That's the coach not getting them taught what they need to taught or getting them to buy into the system. That's coaching. That's coaching and players. And here's what the Cowboys did. They changed the coach, and they changed and got better players. So I'm expecting to see a better result. Do I expect them to go from 29th to 5? No. But if they can go to 15 and if our offense can stay healthy, yeah, we got a chance. But I'm going to say this much, though. Here's an interesting take for you. You know, as we go through and we say we think our team's going to do good, apparently we shouldn't be doing good if you look at the list of the top 100. Cowboys have one guy in the top 100, and that was Zach Martin at 85. Basically, they're saying the Cowboys have no talent. And if you have no talent, how can you be expected to win a whole lot? Sugar Daddy Williams, they should train building furniture. Washington's going 7-10. Book it. Ooh. Well, Dana, here's the thing that's kind of crazy. Since the Eagles won, and I'm going to pull this out my ass right now, but I think I've still retained the numbers correctly. The Eagles last won back-to-back titles in the NFC East, 2003, 2004. In that time, I think only 2 teams have at least won as many games as they did the year before. Only twice. The rest of the time, all the other years, they lost more games. As many as 6 more games. But on average, it's been like 3.2. division winner usually drops about 3.2 games. Somehow Washington feels like, or the talking heads feel like, Washington will pick up more games, that they'll win the division. I don't think – I think you got to win at least 10 games to win the division. Mike, are you sure about that, Mike? With that quarterback, with Ryan Fitzpatrick, are you sure about that? How many drinks does it take to be a losing Washington football team fan? I don't know, Dana. How many does it take? I want to know that one. The Eagles once lost to Washington twice. Giants lost in once. Wait a minute. The Eagles once lost to Washington twice. Giants lost it once. Okay, I'm lost on that one. Brother Ross, yeah, we've been live since 7:45, man. We've been watching Jameis Winston. Ross, should you try and pick up Jameis Winston right now? Jameis Winston was 9 out of 10, 123 yards, I believe, 2 TDs, and no interceptions. Dude looked like freaking insane. Sugar Daddy Williams believes the division can be won with 9. Owens, you mean from last night? I have to go through the live stream and cut it out and edit it. Mike Rick's podcast. Did you watch Colin Cowherd today or something? Because that's literally what he said today. Now, and that's cool to believe that. But here's the thing that I always say. At the beginning of last year, people thought that Houston was going to be a great team because the year before, they won their first playoff game. Sean Watson, great young quarterback, right? And they ended up 4-12. Everybody thought San Francisco, after coming off the Super Bowl, San Francisco, they could be going back-to-back, right? Weren't they 4-12? Weren't they last year? Geo Mag, Dak has been placed in COVID protocol to give him time to heal from broken courage.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, real hating, man, that's like an art form, man. You know, it's like you like a born hater.
Mike, that's exactly what he said today.
A lot of cats think they hate
that
me,
the
man.
Cowboys literally have to
brother got a nice car,
rely on Dak Prescott to win games. If they can only win shootouts.
Cars or a wife or all that, man. I mean, that's played out, man. I hate on it till he's totally broke and ain't got nothing like me. You know what I'm saying? Because, yeah, that's what real hating is all about, man.
Cowboys haters are ass. I like that. Just trying to check some news here. Brother Ross, at least Lamb caught. What the hell? Boy, they're in disbelief too that Jameis Winston played so well. Look, they said literally, Jameis Winston 16 plays, more touchdown passes than incompletions, which is true. Just checking to see if there's any other news. The thing I'm worried about as far as, and if you're just tuning in and haven't heard some of the news, and what Brother Ross is talking about, is that the Cowboys now have 4 players on the COVID list and COVID protocol. And depending, I think they can return as quickly as 2 days, provided they end up having negative tests. And that's CeeDee Lamb, Joseph Hooker, Israel Mukamua, I think it's how you pronounce it. A Simba. We got lots of Washington fans in here. Lots of Washington fans. So those guys are on the COVID list. And Malik Hooker. Possibly the good thing may be is that tomorrow they only have to cut one person because those 4 people don't count as on your roster currently at the moment. Thank you. I thought that happened. And, of course, they're talking about Carson Wentz is back on the field. It's funny, nobody's saying that. Well, Carson Wentz, he might be slowed down because of the ankle. Is the ankle 100%? That's what I want to know. Is the ankle 100%? And they're talking about CeeDee Lamb, of course, put on the COVID list. The other part of that is the Cowboys basically are on lockdown. They have started doing virtual reality workouts. Mark, you ever think of doing a wood cooler of the Cowboy? A wood cooler? Like a drink cooler? Did they count before? Did what count before? Robert, we will be doing a Hard Knocks live stream tomorrow night. Yes. No slumber parties. Womp, 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 womp. Roz. Hey, Roz.
I don't remember asking you a goddamn thing.
Mark, is Ben still employed? Yes, he is still employed. Cut day isn't until tomorrow, and the Cowboys only have to cut one. Dak is 7-1 versus the no names. Yep. And I think he's 6-2 against the Giants. Was thinking it was help. It was help to say his name, say Israel's name. But see, here's the problem. Primetime Phil. Mukamu. It doesn't stick. I'm sorry. I'm a freaking idiot, man. Robert Owens. Definitely, because I'm kind of not sure exactly what you're talking about. Roland's Review, you're back. Where you been, girl? No live practice. Okay, so Sugar Daddy Williams. So actually, here's the thing. No, hold up. They're doing their meetings virtual reality. They will be on the field tomorrow. And see, here's the thing. The difference of, and it actually makes sense. They have rules for those who are vaccinated and rules for those that aren't. So basically, if you haven't been vaccinated, if you do anything, you get in trouble. The idea is because you haven't been vaccinated, Mook Wamu. I'll never get it, man. Tom Turner, shout out to a Washington fan, man. I appreciate that. So here's the thing. You can test positive for COVID because you've breathed it in. You have it, but you don't have it, per se. It's not full-blown COVID. So you can test and say, oh, shit, you've actually tested positive for it without actually getting it. And I'm going to give you, here's what I'm going to tell you. Let me say this much, okay? Just clear your mind out and just be open for a second, okay? What I want you to understand is what may be a problem for one person may not be a problem for others at all, okay? And I've had this happen myself, to me. Strep throat. How many? Raise your hand if you've had strep throat, right? Okay, I can't see you, but raise your hand, or just you've had strep throat. You know, you take the zinc lozenges and stuff. It's a bad cold. No big deal, right? No big deal. You get over it in a couple weeks, right? Which for 99% of the people, that's the case. Okay? In 1994, Christmas was on a Sunday. That Wednesday, my knee felt a little arthritic, my right knee. Okay? Just listen to me now. On Wednesday, it felt more arthritic, and it had a little bit of red spot on it. Okay? The next day, I started having swelling on it. I called my orthopedist and said, I need to be seen. My knee is really acting up. I've never had any problems with this knee before. And they said, well, we're closing the office early. We'll make an appointment for you for Monday. If it's really bothering you, go to the hospital and get some pain meds. We'll see you Monday. Saturday, I had 104 temperature. My knee was, I'm trying to see something. Okay. My knee was this color, red, and swollen up like the size of a basketball. I go to the hospital, Potomac Hospital, and they immediately wheeled me to back, put me on a gurney, put me in an ambulance, and sent me to Reston Hospital, where I was met going through the doors with about 10 people, including a doctor taking a needle. Let me back up here. Taking a needle and jamming it in the side of my knee as I'm being wheeled down the corridor. And you can see the scar right here. This is from 1994. And what this was Streptococcus A, which is strep. Some people, in very rare forms, will attack inside the body internally, and it happened to attack me in my knee. Had I waited 12 more hours, they said, for me to go to the hospital, they would have had to amputate my leg. They said if it had been 24 hours, it would have spread to my organs and I would have died. So, is strep throat something that's going to affect everybody? No. 99% of the people will never have anything other than a cold. But for some people, it can blow up. And that's the same with COVID. Some people have got COVID and never realized they had it. But in others, they've got it and it's killed them. And so herein lies the problem. You don't know who's going to be and who isn't. And so when they test, CD Lamb might test positive for it. May never get sick. May never have a complication. But it gets passed on to the next person, and that's why it continues to grow. So, sad that Tebow matters to you. He was never good, and stats don't win titles. That's right. How was Dr. House that diagnosis that quickly and stuck you? Wait a minute. Say what? Apparently, they were trying to relieve some of the fluid in my knee. I ended up having 3 knee operations. 3 knee operations in the course of 2 weeks to basically save my leg. Here's what they knew. The knee is swollen up. We want to pull some fluid out of there and test it, which is what they were trying to do, because they knew it was some kind of an infection because of the swelling, the color of it, and everything else. So that's all I can tell you. All I know is for the first week, they had me on such heavy medication, I didn't know my name. And I was in an infectious ward where a room by myself. So, yeah. Apparently, when they took me to the first hospital and ended up taking my temperature and realizing that my fever was like literally cooking my brain, and maybe that's the problem with my head now. Maybe my brain was too hot. They knew something was not right, and that this was some serious shit. Let's get him out of here and send him to somebody else. So that's what I'm saying, that you don't know. My father was in the hospital 2 years ago with pneumonia, flu bug that just got bad. Doesn't mean that the flu's going to kill everybody, but, if you're older, my dad's 82, it damn near killed him. So my thing is, why take a chance if you don't have to? That's the only thing. It may not ever be anything that you have to worry about, I hope. I got to meet Mark Holmes at Cowboys training camp in 20. Did you? Well, Raven asked, you got a picture? Shout out to, I knew I'd liked you for some reason. I thought we felt like friends. But that's a true story. The crazy thing is they tried to scope it first, but the infection was so thick, they said it was like tomato paste. It kept clogging up the scope. So they went in 2 days later and they cut it open, peeled it apart, scraped out the infection, and they didn't close it up. They actually left it impacted with like gauze and stuff in there and went back in 2 days later. And here, you want to know the worst part about all this is? The worst part is, had I gone to the doctor on Thursday, I would have been given antibiotics, and it would never happened. They would have given me, just oral antibiotics. It would have killed the infection, and I wouldn't have gone through all of that. My sister caught a fire of strep after giving birth. How'd she do with it, Tay? Tony Cosby, Tony Cowboy Show. What's up, Tony Cowboy Show? Sure, man. I get around. I shall. Actually, Philly 500 should make a coming for your meat shirt. 1 year at band camp. Roz, what do you mean 1 year at band camp? You played in the band and not football? Or did you play football and band? Do careful advice from that not good medicine, the shot. Okay. Well, I tell you what, I've had both shots. No side effects for me. And my arm didn't fall off. Magnets didn't stick to me. Jared Dawson doesn't have a lot of faith in the Cowboys this season. I'm a fan of him. My thoughts? I'm always going to have faith until proven wrong. It doesn't mean that the Cowboys are definitely going to be a great team or that it's going to be successful. I at least look and say the moves that they've made have given me hope. I don't look at my defense and look at them and say they seem to be as lost as they were. I look at them and see, I think that they're actually a lot better than where they were. We don't have a whole bunch of over the hill players and Emerson Griffin and Dontari Poe and those guys, that have no lineage or no tie or any reason to have to play great. They came in, they got a paycheck, and it doesn't matter what I do. I'm not really a cowboy. I look at these guys that they've got in here right now that are fighting for positions, fighting for a contract, that aren't overpaid. They're trying to step up. I actually feel good about the team. I really feel like we have more talent than we've had in quite a while. Sugar Daddy Williams, me too. I'm ready for my booster if needed. Wednesday night, JSR invites go out once we finalize. Yeah, next Saturday, we'll be doing our Fantasy Football 3 draft. Oh, Lord, Mark, he's quoting the movie American Pie. Have a good night, Brother Ross. Thanks for the laughs. Mark, good night. If over 60 or mature in age, I understand, just don't want you to grow another eyeball. Okay. Another eyeball, damn. Well, Alan, that's great that your mom's better. I don't think our backup quarterback currently is on the roster. Thoughts? Church Boy 33. I mean, there's Blake Bortles out there. If you really want to try and make a trade for Nick Foles, who literally is a third-string quarterback for the Bears. I mean, there's a guy from Denver that's unemployed. There's Josh Rosen. I honestly don't believe that you're going to win shit with any of those guys. I just don't. And for me, I just don't think that you have enough time to get them up to speed. To me, you remember when we went and got Matt Castle? You guys remember that? Matt Castle was part of just one victory. Thomas Garrett, you're back again. Welcome back. Honestly, Matt Castle, who had actually was a Pro Bowl quarterback one time, won games in New England. He got here, couldn't bust a grape. We've gone out and we've gotten, Brandon Wheatons, We've got, John Kitnas. The bottom line is this. If you can't keep your starting quarterback upright, your season's done anyway. It just is. We've learned that with Tony Romo. I'm old like you. Laugh out loud. Church boy 33. Oh, yeah. Well, it's old people. We got to stick together. Mike Woa, thank you. Love you too, bro. I'm glad to hear that. I remember, Mark. Roland, the reality is, if you're any good, you're starting quarterback. My thoughts on Aaron Rodgers might play next year for the Cowboys. Dude, Aaron Rodgers, okay. I don't know where you heard that one from. First of all, Aaron Rodgers hates Mike McCarthy. You understand that, right? You understand that Aaron Rodgers was instrumental in making sure Mike McCarthy got fired. Aaron Rodgers never liked Mike McCarthy because they took Alex Smith. He was the offensive coordinator for the San Francisco 49ers, and he thought that Alex Smith was better than Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers held it against him the whole time he was the head coach. So Aaron Rodgers, if he becomes a free agent, the last place he will go is to the Dallas Cowboys. Personally, I think he would end up going to Denver because Denver is a place that would be truly quarterback friendly, that has a great defense and a great team ready to go. Second part of the equation, Aaron Rodgers is going to want a new contract that's going to be a boatload of money. Wherever he goes next year, they're going to pay him. And with the Dak Prescott situation, you can't get literally, if you said, okay, after 1 year, we're going to get rid of Dak Prescott, all that signing bonus money now becomes now. So you would literally take about an $80 million cap hit for next year. Well, I tell you what, I'll look it up to tell you exactly what it'd be. Hold on. Okay. Okay. Hypothetically, let's say you did want the diva here, the bad man, and you could work it out that Aaron Rodgers would no longer be mad at Mike McCarthy, or maybe Aaron Rodgers picks the coach. If you were to get rid of Dak Prescott, it would cost you $72 million. $72 million. $72 million to say goodbye to cut Dak Prescott. Bro, that ain't happening. It ain't happening. I don't know where you heard that from, but it ain't happening. It can't happen. Because if you did do that, you'd have to cut half the roster. You would have literally nobody there to play. We don't need Aaron Rodgers. There's no way in the world I would want Aaron Rodgers. Now, Dak's cap number is only $21 million, bro. Next year, it's only $31 million. You know, Dak's number next year is less than what the Eagles paid just to get rid of Carson Wentz. You know that, right? Dalton was better than DiNucci. I can give you that one, but Dalton still wasn't winning us, getting us to the playoffs. Dak panic out here? Yeah, there really is. Carl Harris, I can see your text. Can anyone see your I can see it, Carl. How are you doing? Dak has to work out. Dak has actually been working out and doing passes. How can you say injury prone with one injury to send him? Primetime Phil. Yeah, here's what's happened. The Dak haters have been lying in wait. They got quiet. They've been sitting low. And right now, they kind of smell blood in the water. And so now they want to come out and say, I told you so. I told you. He's a garb. It's like, the funniest thing is This is the same stuff over and over again. Remember when they said, "Oh, you can't win with a fourth round quarterback"? He's garbage. He's not a first round quarterback. He's not, Jared Goff and is better than him. Of course, Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz can do things that Dak Prescott. Dak's a dinking dunker. Even though, he's 33, he's just dinking and dunking, man. He's not a good quarterback, okay? Then, of course, it was, he's got the sophomore slump. Yeah, he's terrible. He's going to be flipping burgers in 2 years, man. See, I told you. Mark, he didn't hear that. Who didn't hear it? Did Mary Lon? Who didn't hear what? Aaron Rodgers, truly a diva. Truly a diva. So we got that. Then we got garbage time quarterback. Oh, see, look, you know what? Dak Prescott, he can't win. Here it is, Colin Cowherd. I played the clip. Colin Cowherd. Well, the Dallas Cowboys, they can only win one way, by scoring in shootouts. Well, why is it they can only win in shootouts? Because the defense can't stop anybody. Oh, so that's Dak Prescott's fault that they can't grind out a victory because the defense can't stop anybody. Is that what it is? Is that what it is? Okay. We can shout out to you on that one, Zeppelin fan, because you're 100%. We can disagree, but we don't have to be mean to each other. Yeah, I don't know why they come on your channel if they're in the Cowboys fan. Ronnie, they just want to come in and hate. The keyboard warriors. Benita Armstrong. Did I get you before Benita? There we go. Yeah, and Tony Romo was undrafted. Michael, how are you doing? I'm doing good, man. I'm doing great. Been here for a couple hours with a couple hundred of my best friends out here enjoying the evening, and now have done 5 game live streams in 5 days. I think that's got to be a record. I think that has to be some kind of a record. I don't know that I'm going to do this whole game because, this game is over. New Orleans has been pretty much dominating over the Jags. The Jags have a long ways to go. They are completely a young team that needs to be completely overhauled and rebuilt. And we'll find out if their coach is the right guy to do it. Well, Valeria. I miss Valeria. Shout out to Valeria. This is the funny thing for me. As I look at the defense, there's so many players that have been replaced. The fact that you have Leighton Vander Esch and Jalen Smith maybe not be starters on the team when they were considered some of the best young linebackers in football a couple years ago goes to show you that you improved talent on your linebacking core. The fact that we were looking and saying, well, we got Tristan Hill coming back, Tristan Hill will be a good guy on there, and that we were thinking about Antoine Woods. Maybe we'll bring back Antoine Woods. Antoine Woods and Tristan Hill, that's pretty good defensive line. The fact that Antoine Woods is gone and Tristan Hill, who has been on the PUP list, may not even make the team goes to show you how much better the talent is from there and how much better that was from Dontari Poe, Emerson Griffin, and Alden Smith. And this is where it's kind of crazy that I'll say something and people will just automatically tell me, you're an idiot. That's not going to happen. So I said, talking about Randy Gregory, that I think Randy Gregory will have a 10-sack-plus season. There's no chance in the world that any Dallas Cowboy is going to have 10 sacks. But I said, hold up. I didn't do a video responding to it, but let's think about this for a second. Randy Gregory has not had an offseason with the Cowboys since his rookie year, right? Randy Gregory came in week 7 last year, so all those weeks he was off. Week 7 last year and never started a game. Did not start a game. the year before that he played, hadn't started a game. So, wait, let me pull up the stats. I got to make sure I get this right now, because if I don't, the trolls will kill me. Just bear with me for a second. Okay. So the last 2 seasons that Randy Gregory played, in 2018, he had 6 sacks. 2020, where he came in week 7, never started a game, he had 3.5 sacks, right? So that's 9.5 sacks that he had in those 2 seasons. He played in 24 games, okay? So he had 24 games that he only started one game, and had 9.5 sacks. Okay. Enter this year. There's 17 games. He's going to be a starter. He's going to get more minutes. So if he had 24 games where he'd ever played more than half the snaps and ended up with 9.5 sacks, it's not conceivable that being a starter on a better defense that he can't get 10 sacks? Seriously? I think Randy Gregory, in a contract year, having had a full off season, having a good coach who's taught him a lot, playing an outside linebacker role as well as defensive end, has 10 sacks. I don't think that's me being crazy. It's not like I said he's going to have 20 sacks. There's no such thing as garbage time. It makes, oh my God, Derek, that thing yesterday with Rashid, it's just like, you just get tired. It's just like, you know what, it's not even worth arguing about anymore. If you say so, that's fine. That's whatever you say. At some point, it's just like, I'm just wasting my breath. Chris Robinson, amen. If Randy Gregory stays healthy, then watch out. And here's the thing. You know, I keep saying that I think the Cowboys have a chance against Tampa Bay. And it's because I think the Cowboys can put pressure on Tom Brady. I really and truly do. If you can get pressure up the middle on Tom Brady, he does not like it and he does not respond well. It's not an easy thing to do, but I think they can. Philadelphia.
I don't remember asking you a goddamn thing.
Philadelphia, take a look at the Cowboys trophies, how many they got, and how many trophies you guys have in how many years. Oh, but Ronnie, don't forget their world championships now, bro. Don't forget those. Don't forget those now. Philadelphia troll all you want, but I hope you enjoy that crow you'll be eating when we beat the Eaglets bad. Heck, I will barbecue it for you. I'm from Texas. Woo, smoking them. Rashid has a garbage team and not in protocol, 10-plus sacks. Not really the offensive anymore. Jason Garrett is gone for that. The run heavy to leads to pass. Yes, they will run the ball, but it's going to be predicted more to pass. I think they're actually going to do it the opposite way. I think they're going to actually use the pass to help set up the run. And I think you're going to see actually a more dynamic offense where you're trying to get the ball to Zeke in space. You're going to see him out on a lot of screen passes and a lot of dump offs, and you're going to see Tony Pollard on there, because what you really want to do is, if you're looking at the money you're paying Zeke Elliott, you don't want to run him just between the tackles and just destroy his career. If you think about the Rams when they went to Super Bowl, that year Todd Gurley was a beast on the outside. A lot of the touchdown passes from Jared Goff weren't passes down the field. They were actually screen passes that Gurley took to the house. Robert, I'm like you. So tired of it. You can see, look at his face. Bro, you see how tired I am. It's just like I'm tired of hearing garbage time. Dak trash cut. Dink and dunk Dak. Dak gonna flip burgers. It's just like, God, please, oh. It's like, please, y'all. Can we always run on first down? But Cart, I tell you what you do. Go to 2019's Rams game. That game was like the perfect offensive game that the Cowboys called. And they came out in actually 12 personnel, 2 tight end sets on the first play. They immediately had Blake Jarwin split out wide. Zeke Elliott went into motion and went out. It was an empty backfield and actually went from being a run-heavy formation to 5 wideouts. And the first pass, I think, went to Jason Witten. Okay? So all of a sudden, you took a run formation and you pass. And they ended up passing like the first 3 games, the 3 passes and stuff. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I think they ran Zeke then the third play. But what it did was it got the Rams out of putting 8 men in the box. And it set the tone for the whole game because they lit them up. They lit them up. And you looked at that and said, okay, the Cowboys offense, it's blowing up. And you felt like all of a sudden they're getting on a roll. They then go and play against Philadelphia. And this is where I think that, you heard that Jason Garrett, we said Jason Garrett's got to have a deep run in the playoffs and all that. But you kind of heard Jerry Jones kind of coming back from that. And then Dak had hurt his shoulder. And it was weird because our offense changed. We weren't dynamic. We weren't trying to go ahead and open things up. It became more one-dimensional, and it just got to be like, wait a minute. Are they trying to lose this game against the Eagles? It's like, what happened? Well, see, Robert, again, it depends on how you use him. Now, the good thing for Zeke is Zeke has lost weight, and he's gotten quicker. When Zeke had more weight, it was because you're going to run between the tackles, and you need some extra weight to be able to bull your way through there, okay? But now that Zeke has lost that weight, he's quicker. So what you really want to do, Willie, they know. Willie, they know. If you talked about, Carolina with Sam Darnold, who cares? Who cares? Do you think it's going to get as much publicity as you are saying that, Dak Prescott's not a top 10 quarterback? No, it's not. It's not. So they know that's the way you get views. And now I forgot what I was sitting here talking about. Damn. But what I think the Cowboys will do is, okay, we were talking about Zeke Elliott being ground and pound. Which is better? For Zeke Elliott to have to run between the tackles and get hit by 300-pound guys and linebackers coming up, right? Or is it better for Zeke Elliott to catch the ball out wide, right, with a lead blocker and be hit by cornerbacks and a safety? Guys that are like 210, 220. 300-pound guys in the middle, constantly pounding over and over again, or will he last longer running from outside, where people are going to get glancing blows as opposed to 300-pound guys falling on him? You follow me? That's how you prolong his career. You reduce the ground and pound up the middle all the time. Get him the ball in space where he can now use that speed to get himself, open and down the field. That's what my philosophy would be. The other thing I would do is loosen up the defense. Come out on first down and go deep. Stretch the field out. If you got to worry about CeeDee Lamb, do play action. Roll Dak out. Fake to Zeke going to the left. Roll Dak to the right. Hit CeeDee in the slot. All of a sudden, now the defenders, their head is like, wait a minute, where's the ball coming from? Now you've set it up. Now you set it up that we can go ahead and run Zeke in the middle because we're not going into 8-man fronts. You want to run the ball where they're not. And Clint, Lively, I agree with you 100%. If the Cowboys can stay healthy, even last year, if Dak had stayed healthy, we would have been a playoff team. That's how I felt when we had Barber, Jones, and had no choice, and we didn't manage the right. No, we killed Marion Barber. Marion Barber, it was great to watch as a fan. You see that contact, and you see those hits, but that did damage to him. And that's where you look at Marion Barber today, and you wonder how much of that was from the wear and tear and the constant pounding and headshots. They destroyed him. Michael Fife, what's happening? Michael, the flag is looking great. 2 years? Is it 2 years in now? That flag was, that flag, when you made it, I don't know if you knew that it was going to be the perfect centerpiece for the outdoor set or not, but it is. Shout out to you. You know what, Bone Crusher? It's so funny that Danny White gets no love whatsoever. You know what I mean? That Danny White literally had the Dallas Cowboys to 3 NFC championship games and had the highest scoring Dallas Cowboys team in our history. And Danny White is almost hated. Catch out wise because I don't like that style of running pound. And that's, ooh, that was a low, ooh, I'm surprised I didn't get a flag on that one. Can't hit low like that, bro. Yeah, Marion Barber, he was, I mean, and you didn't want to tackle him. You didn't want to tackle him, but he was really only good for he literally got his big contract, which was big for running back at the time, as a part-time starter. Marion Barber's got some, he's got depression and everything else. He's just got a whole lot of things that are going on that you look at now and say, man, football was not kind to him. With Zeke weight loss and newfound mobility, he's going to eat in the open field. And Church Boy 33, amen on that. That's what I'm saying. He's going to be a better open field runner, I think. Julius Jones, he petered out. He didn't last very long in the NFL. I think he left us and he went to Seattle maybe. But his career was not very good. Robert, it may be CTE. I mean, you can't tell if it's CTE until they do an autopsy. So, but he's definitely got some. If you look it up, you'll see. Thoughts on Jim McMahon and Hall of Fame Kyle? Seriously, Dallas fan, you think Jim McMahon is a Hall of Famer? Sorry, no. And Kyle Orton, no. Neither of them are Hall of Fame materials. Jim McMahon was a decent quarterback, but still yet, another touchdown by New Orleans. Still yet, I don't think Chicago has ever had a 4,000-yard passer in their career. Isn't that crazy? That nobody has ever thrown for 4,000 yards as a Bears quarterback. David Puno, I'm back. Had to take my meds. All right. You know what, David? There's a few other fans in here that I think need to take some meds. I think some of those Washington fans and some of them Eagle fans. Zeppelin, your Wi-Fi. No! Zeppelin fan. I'm just joking. Any news on Gallimore? Well, Gallimore, basically, he's not going to be ready to start the season. They're going to wait until they probably will put him on injured reserve after the last preseason game, because if you put him on before then they can't return. So he'll probably miss, and they haven't been any reports. Okay, Eastside. Bears always have been a running team. That don't even sound right. What doesn't sound right? '85 Bears. Jim McMahon is a legend in Utah. Oh, he was cool. With the sunglasses up. But that's another guy that took a beating in football, and he's definitely not in great shape either. What do I think about Jameis Winston? Jameis Winston, when you think about his last year in Tampa Bay, had 30 touchdown passes. Not easy to get 30 touchdown passes. The problem was with Bruce Arians, he also threw 30 interceptions. He ended up having LASIK surgery, I think, on his eyes. They corrected his vision. which I think has helped. I think him actually sitting on the bench with a great coach and being able to see a Drew Brees tonight, he looked like lights out. He looked great tonight. Hey, Philadelphia fans, you guys even score in preseason no, they didn't. They were the only team that didn't. Yeah, Jameis Winston looked really good tonight. Really good. Legends of 88, how you doing tonight? What's up? What's up? Yes, Dak will start week 1. I agree with that. Fields throws for 4,000 yards with the Bears. Yeah. Too many INTs. Well, that was the problem before, but was it the eyes? Was it the offense of Bruce Arians? Because Bruce Arians, typically, his offense does get a lot of interceptions. Makes a lot. Who's my favorite Cowboy? Would be Roger Staubach. But I got to say, damn, Drew Pearson is getting up there as well now. It's the Jags, Mark. Come on. Still, hey, look, they're an NFL team. But, okay, I'll give you that. However, take a look at those passes. The 2 deep touchdown passes, the receivers were covered. He threw them open. They were pinpoint. They weren't a duck flying out there. They weren't a sidearm sally. They were decent passes. His passes still were decent passes. Peyton offense fits better with Jameis. Bears' best defense maybe all time. 85 Bears, I can't argue with on that one. When Roy Williams has too many plays, they blame his out. Okay. Charles Haley's your favorite Cowboy? Charles, I can't say I don't like Charles. I've known Charles since back in 1984. Damn. 1984. God, I'm old. Would I rather fix Drew Pearson or Roger Staubach's house? Damn. I wouldn't care which one I had to fix, quite frankly. Lindsey Williams, you had to announce you had a bird. Big NFL. What kind of big NFL news do you think, Robert, coming this week? I don't know about that one dated yet. No safety in the middle, vanilla. Randy White. Randy White's Randy White, I tell you what, Randy White is the kind of guy you would like to go ahead and get a 12-pack of beer and just sit down and drink it with him and listen to stories. My favorite is Fudge Ripple. Oh, Willie. I love the Doomsday defense, man. Oh, my God. Harvey Martin, Ed Too Tall Jones, Randy White, Cliff Harris, Hollywood Henderson, Bob Brunick. Oh, my God, man. That defense. Those guys. That's when football was football, guys. Y'all will never understand. We've not had anything close to that defense. I mean, the 90s were really good. Don't get me wrong. But either of those defenses, we have not been anywhere close. Clint Charles was crazy, too. I want to tell you, Charles was crazy. Seriously. In college, you didn't want to play with Charles. I'm telling you. You get your ass handed to you. Jags 4-14 Myers out of here. Deion's your favorite. Can you really say Deion was just a cowboy? Deion was just kind of a hired gun. No, actually, I did not get any of those team posters back in the day because I grew up in Virginia. We didn't have them. They had Washington ones here. Zeppelin fan, that was crazy because when I actually took that with Randy White signing it, he's like, Ed Too Tall Jones should be on here because it's the autograph signing I was at. Randy White and Ed Too Tall were both there, and how they could not put them on there. I guess they looked at it and said, we can't put everybody on there. That 70 defense was doomsday too. Yes, this is true. Darren Woodson was actually the last great safety we had, and it shows on our defense. Mary Lou, you can't even be 45 years old, girl. Who you kidding? Deion preferred the Falcons or the 49ers or the Cowboys or Washington or Baltimore. It was just like, whoever pays me is where I'm going to go. Rodney, I pray that he gets a lot of sacks. I can't wait to see him out on the field. Virginia Beach in the house. What's up? Man, it's almost 10:30 already? Damn, where did the time go? Dion was the equivalent of Shaq moving from different teams when they were in their prime. Or, yeah, you're 100% right on that one. Mark, you can't see what I said? Lacey Williams? Wait a minute, did I miss it? Lacey. I'm sorry, Lacey, I missed it. It must be way back there. From time to time, Robert, I watch it. Do I think we'll have a top? I think we'll have. We'll definitely be in better than a top 20. I think they have potential to be a top 15. Primetime, you like Moose Johnson? Moose is cool. Akeem Sears, I would love for him to be 15-2, but I think that's a little bit more. Mark Holmes, our new offense. No, that's okay. No Church Boy 33. You know what? I'd rather be here on the sidelines where I can be a Monday morning quarterback, okay? Yes, Dante, I do from time to time. I don't have enough time to watch it all. Oh, I mean, my brother were kids and and it was Giants Cowboys. Gotcha. Damn, you got black eyes and bloody noses. Damn. You're 57. Shout out to you, Mary Lon. Shoots. You look great. You must be drinking from the fountain of youth. What if we didn't have Charles Haley? You have to understand, Charles Haley was the power shift from San Francisco to the Dallas Cowboys. And just kind of like, just balance the scales a little bit higher. Because, see, Charles is one of those guys that other guys fed off of and got him energetic. When I was talking about DeMario Davis here for New Orleans, their linebacker, he fires up everybody on the defense. When he goes, everybody goes with him. Mark hates it, but I think Dorsett is overrated. I don't say I'd hate that. I mean, you're entitled to your opinion. Dana Jett, shout out to you, Dana, and of course the finger to all the haters. Well, we're actually getting ready to get out of here anyway because it's been a long day, and I got to take care of some business here. And we've been on for almost 3 hours now. Damn. 3 hours, damn, and I did a live stream earlier. Yes, everyone Walls, yes. Well, New Orleans has kicked ass. It's 24-6. I'm sorry, 23-6. And we've actually been through here for our live stream. And then tomorrow, our Dallas Cowboys get back onto the practice field, and they will be having meetings virtual reality-wise. And hopefully we won't hear about anybody else getting COVID. Walt Garrison was cool. But, Walt Garrison, you're going back there when Walt Garrison would get a Skull Bandit commercials, a pinch between my cheek and gums, gives me that great tobacco flavor. It was a different world back then, guys. Mark, do you believe Mike McCarthy can get us guys to the Super Bowl? Well, sometimes it's not just the head coach. Here's what's kind of great. I'm going to say this, and then we're going to get out of here. Jimmy Johnson put it, if it weren't for my assistant coaches, I'm not here. Because, see, the head coach can't – it's not like Tom Landry back in the day where Tom Landry was the offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator. It doesn't work that way anymore. The thing now is you got to have great people around you. As the head coach, you're the CEO of the company. But the CEO of the company, he doesn't necessarily know how to make the sausage. But what his job is to make sure he's got people there who do know how to make the sausage. You follow me? And I think we've got some good people. People don't like Kellen Moore and all that, but the offense has been able to score points. And you're barking up the wrong tree when you talk about the offense. As Colin Cowherd just said, only way the Cowboys can win is in a shootout. They can't win if they don't score 25 points. Well, that's true because the defense usually gives up more than 25. And as you look at the defense evolving, you finally feel like somebody is young enough and smart enough to actually change what we've been doing, and that the Jones families are actually buying in and letting him do his job. And that's why I think they'll be a better team. Now, we'll have to wait and see if that is the case. I'm hoping that we're right on it. And, of course, the haters, they're going to be sitting around waiting to see if the Cowboys stumble, and they'll be there, of course, to troll us. So let me say with the bottom of my heart, thank everybody for being here. Tomorrow night we'll be doing another live stream. Damn, that'll be 6 days in a row for Hard Knocks. There'll be a Hard Knocks watch party, and I appreciate everybody being here. But it's time to turn out the lights because this party's over.
The party's over. They say that all good things must end. Call it a night. The party's over. And tomorrow and next year starts the same old thing again.